Hello, I'm Chip Blenk. I'm a member of the Dare to Repair Cafe. I'm one of the volunteer fixers. Today I'm going to try to give you an idea how to repair a simple table lamp. I have here a lamp, typical of most table lamps, and I'd like to go through the steps to repair. First thing you have to determine is what's the problem. The problem could be any of several items. Could be the cord. Now this particular cord is dried and cracked. If your cord is that way, then you need to replace it. The other problem could be in the socket itself. Now, there are only three parts to a lamp: the plug, the cord, and the socket. All items are pretty much standard, so which you can get at most any hardware home improvement store. The cords come in various lengths: 6 foot, 8 foot, 10, 12 foot. And if you notice, one of the blades of the plug is a little bit wider. That's the neutral side. Most of your outlets in your homes have one slot a little wider than the other, so you can only plug it in one way. A lot of appliances, this is critical. Most the one thing to notice about the plug, this neutral side, the wire itself, it has a little bit of ribs on it on that side. The hot side is smooth. That goes all the way to the plug, to the other end of the cord. You will take notice of that when we try to replace the socket. Sockets come in various types. They come in the bakelite, turn switch type. They come in the brass turn type. These all come apart, and they're pretty much standard. Some also come in a pull chain type. Now, to repair a lamp, you only need a few basic tools. Probably need a screwdriver, either a Phillips or a straight. Most of the screws work either way. Possibly a pair of pliers to help get the connection open. And if you have to replace the cord, you might need a utility knife. Although most store-bought cords come pre-tinned, which means they put a little bit of solder on to help keep the strands together, and ready to go. Now, to fix our lamp itself, first thing we have to do is get it apart. Now, on the brass fixtures, they have an indication just next to the knob, usually, to press. And sometimes they come apart easily, sometimes they don't. This is where you might need a little bit of a pliers. Just squeeze a little, don't squeeze too hard. You might damage it. The bakelite ones simply unscrew. Now, take notice of what type you have before you go to the store. If your problem is in the socket, perhaps the cord, the switch doesn't feel right, or when the bulb is on it flickers a little, that could be an indication that that is the problem. So to fix that, we need to replace the wiring. A screwdriver is easy to take, get apart where the two screws connect. Now, it's possible, you might notice the screws are silver and brass colored. The silver corresponds to the outside of the outlet. Now, this particular cord I don't have to replace, but I'm using it as a sample. Best thing to do is you tie a little bit of a knot in the cord. This is extreme relief so that it doesn't go too far down into the wire, it sticks there. Now we need to identify which one is the neutral, which one is the smooth. This wire is smooth. This one I can feel the ridges. So we twist that a little bit and wrap it around the screw in a clockwise fashion. That has to go around the silver screw. Now we take and loosen the hot lead a little bit, and again we kind of twist the wires together unless they're tinned, in which case that's already done for you. Store-bought ones are like that. Now again, this wire gets connected clockwise. The screw twists clockwise. Now most of the store-bought ones are a combination screw that work either with a flat blade or a Phillips. Now once you've got those screws back together, you take your shell, and notice there's a cardboard liner in there for insulation. Slide that over, lining it up, and we might need to pull the wire out through the bottom. Again, that knot will keep it from going too far in. And it snaps in place. If you have to replace the bottom socket, you can probably use the same base unless you're changing styles, but they just unscrew. Now we add a bulb. Okay, now that we have our lamp back together, we add a bulb and plug it in. And it works. And we repaired a lamp in just a few minutes, minus the time to get to the parts at the store. Good luck on your repairs, and have a good day. Remember, don't trash it, fix it. Have a good day. Thank you.